Hello and welcome back to Rawslow Gaming, where we're playing Bath City Football Club in this Let's Play series of Football Manager 2019, where we're taking it real slow and nice. Hope you like what you see here, and remember to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you want to see more. And the most positive and informative comment on each episode will be pinned. So without further ado, let's get into it. So we have just recently passed the half time of the season and the end of the year, and we're doing pretty good in the league. Have had a couple of bad runs for quite many games, but the last two games were wins, so hopefully we can build some momentum here going forward. And yeah, let's see what we get in this episode. And so yeah, actually also we had our top defender in the right position have had to leave us, that we had loaned in from the start, and we tried to find a loan player from our affiliate club, but he weren't good enough. So let's take a look here on who's available for us as a defender in the right position. And let's try here, I guess, and try with the player that are valued highest, and let's see if we can get any of these players on a loan. So I think we will get a scout report on Kieran Thomas here. And that player was, well, too expensive really. We don't really want to pay any of the wage, but if we don't have any other option to do so, I guess it would be okay anyway. And that player didn't really look as good as I'd like, and also any player in our current league will probably demand, or rather the team will demand in our league will demand us to pay all of the salary, and we don't really want to pay any of the salary. So let's take a quick look on the players that are in the league above us and see if they require us as well. Yeah, they do. So basically I think we'll wait for the first report here on Kieran Thomas and see if he's a good player, and if so we will put in a loan offer for him. So our under 23 lost against Pittsburgh, but the result there doesn't really matter. It's more interesting to see what team we are playing against that our assistant manager arranges for us, since each of the attending to the game will make a boost for us in the finances. So we have the upcoming game against East Zurich United, who are in 19th place in the league, so it should be a pretty easy victory. And the game after that we will meet Torquay. So I guess the last match in this episode will be one of the key matches in the season, since we probably would need to win that match to have a chance at the title, as it's looking now. So we'll follow this advice for Danny Devine. It doesn't really matter, since we won't play him and he's a lone player. We can move him down to the under 18s. And let's take a look here. Now we see that all players are basically declining in talent here. So not really a good advice summary there. But yeah, all of those players will basically not get a new contract. At least I think so. I think, yeah, none of those players we are planning to keep. And those advice we will not really take any notice of. And here we will have a look at the assignments, or rather the priorities, and see if we have any scout report here on Kieran Thomas yet. Nope, we don't have. We need to wait one more day, so we will do so. Here we will follow the team instructions to add from our assistant manager as a suggestion. And we are the clear favorites according to the bookmakers for our upcoming game against East Zurich. And here we have the scout meeting. Let's see if they find any interesting players for us to scout. Doesn't look like it so far. No, unfortunately not. And last week in training was pretty good, with an average rating of 7.55. Let's have a quick look here at the individual level also. So I think we'll praise Ryan Brunt here. It's been training pretty good, and we will praise Jack Patton here as well, and also John Mills. So I think it was quite a long time since we did praising here, and yeah, everyone above 8 is pretty good, and we'll give the chance here to Dan Ball also to have praise here. And in the bottom we have Ross Stern as usual. And we won't really bother with him. We don't have any upcoming under 23 game tomorrow, so we will allow any player that needs match sharpness to be playing in the under 18s for one match for 60 minutes. So we already have our best team selected basically, and all players are fit, and we have 3 days to our key match here. So basically I think we'll switch it around a bit here. So we'll put on Niall Freeman instead of Ryan Brunt, and we'll put on Matt Richards instead of Carl Stewart. We'll put on Anthony Straker instead of Don Ball. We'll also put on Frankie Artis instead of Jordan Sanga. And even Adam Mann instead of Sean Rigg. So hopefully we can still get a result with a B team here. If not, we will have to sub on our first team players, I guess, and hope we can get a result anyway, since we really need a win here, but more importantly we need to win against Torquay, so hopefully we can work it out this way. So here we have a highlight building up, but no, it wasn't. It was just the start, the kickoff. But we have a highlight here, a free kick for us. Now man with the ball and just over the bar. So another highlight here with East Turk with the ball, and they're free 1-on-1 versus the keeper and scores, unfortunately. So 0-1 for Bath City versus East Turk here. So we'll start shouting here on the team directly to show some passion and demand more, because well, as I said, we can't really lose this game. It will end our chances basically for the title. I'll feel sure if we win against Torquay and loses this match, we still might have a chance, but it would be all the much worse. So here we have again 1-on-1 versus our keeper, and they score again. So 0-2 Bath versus East Surrey now. So again we have a very terrible game putting on our B team, and yeah, I don't know why. We haven't really changed our defenders, but again our defenders is having a terrible game, it looks like. So we'll keep on shouting on them here, and we will go with very attacking already here. We'll shout demand more also, since well, we are demanding more. And we have the free kick here with Stern, straight to the corner of the goal, and he makes goal. So at least we have a reduction here before the end of the first half. Very good struck free kick there from Stern. And we have a highlight here building up straight after the kickoff. Let's hope it's for us. If we can manage to even the scoreline here before the first half ends, it would be great. We have Mills with the ball now. After Richard to man, he makes the cross, to Freeman, and he's free, and he makes a goal. So we equalize just before the end of the first half here. So very good fast comeback here by us, and a beautiful goal here, actually. And, nice finishing there on the volley from Freeman. Pretty much straight at the goal though, but it was enough for now. So end of the first half, the scoreline is 2-2 in Bath versus East Zurich. And shots is 5-2, shots on target is 2-2, and possession is 57-43%. And so we had overall actually half a decent game, but we let them score on each of their chances and shots on target, so that's not the greatest, but hopefully they can get a little bit better here in the second half, and we will now move down on the mentality to positive only, but we will shout here, demand more still, since we are demanding more. And we'll be looking here to do our first change if we can, which we don't really can, since we have no defender on our bench again, which we also a mistake and something we said we would look at before this game, but yeah, that's the case now, so we can't really do much about it, but we will put on Carl Stewart. And we'll let them, both our midfielders in the center play center midfielder for now. Just we put on Carl Stewart as he's so much better than Frankie Artus, and I think we'll put on Sean Rigg instead of Adaman, who's also much better, but yeah, just to try to increase the chance here, basically. And I think we'll put on Ryan Brandt a bit later if we don't manage to score. So highlight now, building up. We have the ball in the midfield, Rigg putting up, and it's up to Mills. It's 1-on-1 versus the keeper now. It's a cross, and it's to Richards, and we score. Goal! 3-2 for Bath versus East Zurich now. So a beautiful through ball by Rigg to Mills, and he makes a wonderful low cross to Richards, who very easily puts the ball in the corner. So a beautiful goal there. So we have managed to turn this game around. Feels good. So yet another highlight here, and now we have Mills for show, 1-on-1 versus the keeper, but he passes to Freeman, and Freeman scores. Goal. So 4-2 for Bath now versus East Zurich. So looking pretty comfortable now. So again, pretty easy goal, and a good finishing there. Looked a bit strange by their keeper not getting out and basically taking the ball or saving the ball before it reached Freeman there. So and again we now have a highlight building up here, and this time it's for East Zurich. They have the ball in the midfield. We clear it from our defenders, but only the ball straight back to East Zurich, and now we have East Zurich with 1-on-1 versus our keeper, not really, but now they have, and then they score, unfortunately. So 4-3 for Bath City versus East Zurich now. Really a bit of bad luck here, as this pass, no, not. They have slim margins on their side basically, but I think before that replay started we had they're bouncing a bit on our players. So okay, highlight building up now again, and it's a goal kick from our keeper, and they take the ball, and we break the ball, and they break the ball back, and we break the ball again, and now play has settled, but we break the ball again, and it's 3 men 1-on-1 versus the keeper. Will he score? No, he shoots straight at the keeper and he saves. So a bit of bad luck there, and we'll make our last substitution here. We have Anton Straker with a really bad game that we would like to substitute, but we have no defender, so we'll not do that. We'll change out 9 Freeman, who has had a really good game though, for Ryan Brandt, just to waste a bit of time, and also because Ryan Brandt is really good, so maybe he can make another goal or help with making another goal. So we have another highlight now building up, and it's played back to our keeper. Unfortunately, the ball is taken care of by Iserk, and they have 1-on-1 versus our keeper, and they score. So we're back to all square now, and we'll straight after this shout demand more. Very bad luck of what's happening here for us. Bad luck of events, since that really wasn't what we needed here. And I think this would be the final whistle only, but here we have a corner. That's basically the last chance. Unfortunately, it did not happen. So we had our keeper here also having a really bad game at a rating of 6.0. So basically our defense collapsed again in this match. Anyway, so the final score line is 4-4 in Bath versus Iserk in this match, and shots is 12-6. Shots on target is 6-6, and possession is 55-45%. So basically a pretty darn stable game actually, except we had a horrible defense once again. And basically with 16 matches to go, we'll have 10 points up to Torquay. As we said, we really would have liked to close the gap here, but we lose important points here. But we increase a little bit to be not inside the top 7, who are in the playoff for a promotion. So we have 10 points clear of that, so that's at least good. So coming up, we have the match against Torquay in just a few days, a match which we can't really allow to lose. And here we have Kevin Thomas, and coming back that he would be at least better than our current players. So we'll have a look here to make a loan here for him, and we can't, since we are not allowed to pay him the full wage that they demand, but we will try anyway with what our board allows us to offer. And as suggested, the offer got declined. We'll try to here increase the fee that way and see if they can allow it then. And we'll apply this team instruction to add, And coming up we have a slight underdog for the upcoming game against Torquay. So for the under 23s, as usual, we'll use something match fit for 60 minutes per match for anyone that needs to. So going to the match, we will switch back all the players that we switch around before the last match. So like that, and like that. So this is our best team, and we have all players above 90%. So it's pretty good, and we will lift in Anthony Straker in our subs or on our bench. So we have at least a defender to choose among if we'd like to switch out one of our defenders. So let's go to the match, and hopefully we can make something out of this game. So starting out here, the first 15 minutes we don't have had any highlight, but we seem to be dominating the game if we had a look at the stats, which you are looking at now, since we have a highlight now building up here. It looked to be for us, but again, this is going to be for Torquay, I believe. And they had basically a one-on-one versus our keeper, but they choose to shoot from outside the penalty area and did a very poor finish, and I put it wide. So a bit further into the game, it doesn't look like we are dominating as much, at least not in the shots and shots on target, but the possession we still dominated quite a bit there, and they had a highlight for Torquay, and we had a one-on-one versus our keeper basically, but we managed to deflect it out on their shot. So, and here we had a corner that looked very dangerous, but they put it over the bar. So, and another highlight here with a free kick from Torquay, and they put it into the bar, and they have the ball after a rebound, but they loses it, not knowing what they actually did. So we are not really dominating the game in shots, as I said. So now we have the halftime, and the scoreline is 0-0, and shots is 5 versus 9. So actually Torquay have been quite dominating in making shots. Shots on target though is 3-1, so they haven't been hitting the target at all. And possession is 62-38%. So we basically have struggled with the effectiveness here in this game, I feel. And we have no player playing especially bad or good. So for now, we'll just hope they can manage to lift themselves up a bit here in second half and play on an even better level. So we will be looking here to maybe make a substitution or two around the 60-minute mark here. And we'll do that after this highlight, I guess. So we have a highlight here building up for Torquay, and they have the ball a bit outside the penalty area. We break the ball. We have the ball with Brunt. Will they make a long ball to Mills? Yeah, 1-on-1 for Mills versus keeper, but we get a penalty. on a bad tackle. And Brandt with the penalty. Will he make the goal? Brandt versus the keeper, and he scores 1-0 for Bath City versus Torquay in what may be the key match of the season for us. Actually a pretty poor struck penalty, I feel, and the shot actually goes under keeper when he throws himself towards the corner, so not the greatest, but it works. It was a goal anyway, so that's good. Okay, so now we will make our 2 changes a little bit later in the game. So we have Sean Reed that are injured, so for sure we will put on Adam Mann instead of him. And then I think we will be putting on Matt Richards, or if we don't have any defender that needs to be changed. No, not really. So we will put on Matt Richards, and we will do so by substituting Rostern, even though that he's not a midfielder on the right side, but I feel like it would be a pretty good substitution anyway, so we will do that. So now I have another highlight, and here they would get another yellow card on a player, but I think, yeah, so he's off. So now they're playing only 10 players versus our 11, and now we have a highlight here building up again, and with Sanga with a burner with a real power shot that hit the post. Here we have the corner by Mills, a bit odd that we have our striker taking the corner, or the set piece there. Not really the greatest, but I guess it will work. So now we have a few more minutes to the final whistle, so should be a victory here. Yeah, seconds to go, so final whistle now should be, yeah. So we make that most important goal of the season. So the final scoreline is 1-0, Bath versus Torquay, and shots is 10-14. Shots on target is 4-4. Possession is 58-42%. So, as said, a good result. Not the greatest of match maybe, but a good result nonetheless. We closed the gap here to Torquay now, only being 7 points behind. So that's pretty good. Unfortunately, here we have Bill Kay who have gone past us. And yeah, basically we need to have a good couple of games here in the end of the season. And the attendance here was decent with 878. So we'll have a look here at Sean Rigg, how long he's injured, and it's for 2 to 3 days, so that's no problem there. And yeah, as I said, very important win here. Unfortunately, really unlucky we lost the game before, or not lost, we drawed in that goal galore. And yeah, that will be it for this episode, and we'll keep on going in the next. So remember to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you like what you see, and so you don't miss out on any episode. And also, for each episode, the most positive and most informative comment, I will pin it. So remember to keep active in the community, and thank you for this episode, and bye bye, and I will see you next time.